Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, the Gaming Trouge here, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm in a weird type of setup at the moment, just trying something new out a little bit, but ladies and gentlemen, it is time, because we have the Game Awards 2024. Now, apparently, this has just been just a crazy, last couple of years for Keeley because of, obviously, the 2022 shenanigans with, the Bill Clinton kid, all the stuff happening at Summer Games Fest in 2023, 2020, and just this year in general. He's been very much just a troll that doesn't know when to stop, and it could be fun for a little bit. I've seen some pretty funny memes about, him basically just roasting the Kingdom Hearts community and just trying to play with the emotions multiple times, and I'm just like, look, if you don't have anything to show for it, don't tease it like that, because that's making you look foolish in my regard. And I'm speaking from a casual perspective. If this was any of these games basically getting teased like that, then all these communities right here will be freaking out, especially but anyway, let me go and set the record straight. I haven't played any of these games, but I have experienced them in one way, shape, form, or fashion. So I'm going to be judging these basically from mostly an outsider's perspective, and kind of go in with a little bit of knowledge. First off, shout out Team Asobi for basically getting a Game Awards nominee for Astro Bot. This is basically PlayStation's love letter in a time when PlayStation doesn't not really care about any of the stuff. If it's not hyper realistic, if it's not this big immersive experience, then they just don't really care for it. A lot of the platformers and other styles of games have basically died off for the Last of Us type style game. I've actually have Horizon was it Zero Dawn on the Steam, and it's, from what I've played, it's pretty good, and I haven't played much of it. I think I put in 20 minutes of it, but even still, I enjoyed what I've played of it. But Astro Bot, I've at least played Astro's Playroom. It's very fun. It's very referential. It's just a feel-good game. You play it and you feel good. I don't even know how you say his name. Baltuo? I think that's how you pronounce it. I've never even seen this game. I think, if I remember correctly, isn't this one supposed to be like a roguelike? But it's like a card game? I don't know. Black Myth Wukong, I'm also very shocked to see this game up in here. This was one of the biggest games of the year, or at least one of the biggest games of this year, I guess I should say, because a lot of people were playing it, a lot of people were enjoying it, a lot of people liked that it was something different, something fresh for the Souls formula. I'll talk about that later. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the sequel to probably my favorite game of this year. I think earlier this year I made a video talking about my top 5 favorite adaptations and remakes. I kind of collided them together, because basically an adaptation is just a remake, but just for screens, which I still definitely stand behind. I want to rework some stuff in that video though, maybe making it more of a top 10 list. 5 being adaptations and 5 being remakes. But I really wanted to gush about Final Fantasy VII Remake because I fell in love with that game. And from the little I've seen of Rebirth, because I didn't go into it at all, because I want to make sure I get that fresh experience. This is basically the Final Fantasy game I wanted, after I finished Final Fantasy VII Remake. I wanted to get to that next chapter where, the entire world is opened up. And the thing is with Rebirth, a lot of people will get this super confused. It's a remake. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people think of remakes are just oh, it's the same game again. I've already experienced this before. It's a completely different experience when you play this game. It's a completely different experience when you see the world of Rebirth, because it's not just the same PS1 game, but just prettier. They actually went out of their way to craft a story, world, and characters a little bit differently, adding some more life into them, and basically making it a fresh experience. And I think this is probably my game of the year. Metaphor, shoutouts to Sega and Atlas for making like another Game of the Year contender, because I think Persona 5 was Game of the Year at one point. That would be very cool if it was. I'm not 100% sure about that. But again, like a studio that you wouldn't expect to get like up there as Game of the Year is up there as Game of the Year. So definitely very good. I never played Metaphor. I have seen gameplay of it though, and it does look way fun. It definitely looks like that Persona style, but kind of mixed with like Fire Emblem in a way. So I'm going to go give it to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth because it deserves it. Not Elden Ring because it's DLC. It should be put in its own separate thing, Jeff. Yes, let's keep voting. Alright, let me go right here. Actually, one second. I might have to restart the voting. Let me go stop voting real quick. Because it said I could do something like, yeah, oh wait, there we go. Yeah, I can download this card. Ooh la la. Let me do a thing real quick. Let me save this image right here. And I'll go mess with that in a little bit. Oh, of course it saves as that. Oh, well, for whatever. I have to get out of this. There we get back into here. There we go. Alright, next category. What do we got here? Best Game Direction, Final Fantasy. I'll give it to that one. Best Game Narrative, Final Fantasy. Although I did hear good things about the Silent Hill 2 remake. I'm just not very much of a horror guy, so I never really give it the time of day. Best Art Direction, give that to Metaphor. Metaphor has really good art direction. Best Score and Music, Final Fantasy all the heckin' way. Best Audio Design, we're going to give this to Final Fantasy. Best Performance, we got Brando White. I have no idea who they play as in Final Fantasy, but from what people have told me, Luke Roberts in Silent Hill 2 is really good. I cannot pronounce that name, I apologize. I think I'm going to give it to... You know what? I'm going to give it to Milan. I cannot pronounce that name. I apologize. But from my experience with the first Hell's Blades 2, I actually really like this actress because she definitely like got into her character and she was really putting on, like, she was acting her heart out. And so I'm not going to say the other ones didn't, but at least for that game and that style that I was trying to go for with its 3D audio, it tripped me up like crazy. So yeah, I'm going to give it to her. Innovation and accessibility. Okay. So we have, I'm going to give this Prince of Persia, because that can at least give people into, like, the Prince of Persia, like, styled games from back in the day. And it's definitely, I played the demo for this one. It's super easy to get into. I don't give Ubisoft a ton of, like, props, but this was, like, the best effort in, like, over a decade. So, yeah, I'm going to give it to them. Games for Impact. I never played any of these games. I'm going to go for Neva. Neva has a really beautiful art style. Best Ongoing. We have Destiny 2, Diablo 14, Fortnite, and what the heck is that? Why is that the picture that they used? I don't even know what that is. Why not just have a picture of like Eminem or what is it, Snoop Dogg's in the game now? I don't really play Fortnite all too much, but at work I have like a bunch of TVs with Fortnite on it, and apparently he's in the game now, which is well weird. I'm gonna keep it a buck, G. I'm gonna give it to Helldivers 2 for two reasons. One, it brought the Sony community together. And two, it was just a game that people loved. It was just a game that people loved. It didn't have no 1.0 that like people had. The game was just an out, and people were playing it, and it got way too popular for like the servers to handle. But I think just people genuinely love this game, so that's gonna be my vote. Best community support, Final Fantasy, without a doubt. Best independent game, UFO 50, dude. I kind of dig that art style. I haven't played any of these games either. I'm going to give it to UFO 50 because that style kind of speaks to me. Best debut indie, The Plucky Squire. I think I've seen this game before. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to give it to The Plucky Squire. That one looks pretty cool. Alright, best mobile game, Zenless Zone Zero. This is the Genshin people. I know that Genshin Sonic has had a rough history, but I generally think that this is probably one of the best. But it's just the fact that they'll be able to get these games running on phones in general is amazing. So detailed, full of color and life. And I like the character designs of ZZZ a lot more than something like Honkai Star Rail. So, yeah. Best VR AR, never had any of these games. Metal Hellsinger got a VR port? That's insane. I'll say Batman. I've heard a lot of good things about the Batman VR game. Best action game, I'm gonna give that to Black Myth Wukong. I think that from what I've seen, Black Myth has had a really good like combat style and best action. Best action adventure, I'm gonna give that to Astrobot. I think it deserves it. Best RPG, we are giving that to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, excuse me, because Rebirth did so much new from a gameplay perspective, from what friends and associates have told me. So, best fighting game. Okay, so now here comes the kicker here, because I have a bit of feats in this. We have the Marvel vs. Capcom Classics, which I have played these games before. Haven't played this port, so I have no idea how well the port is as a whole. But I have played all these games. I'm assuming it's 1-to-1 from what people have told me. We have Tekken 8, which I'm a giant Tekken guy. I love Tekken. I've played like 2 minutes of the demo because it could barely run on my PC. And Sparking Zero. Spike Chunsoft and Bandai. Gosh, this is actually really hard because I would love to put you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put Tekken 8 as the best fighting game because from all the stuff I've seen from it, from what the story was going with, I think that this was by far the best, with Dragon Ball Z being super close. Again, I haven't played Sparking Zero, but I've seen it so much, and oh my gosh, it looks so beautiful. But there we go. Keep going. There we go. Next cowboy. There we go. Best family. I'm gonna give that one to Zelda. Because I think that one, I really like the Link's Awakening art style. I love that. It's something a little bit different. You have Zelda as the... Wait, one second. We got the same year. We have Peach as a playable character in her own game. And we have Zelda as a playable character in her own game. That's wild to me. I'm going to go with Zelda, though, just because I'm more of a Zelda fan. Although I do like me my Marios. Best sim and strategy? Heck if I know. Unicorn Overlord. Why not? We're going to give it to that one. Best sports and racing. What was the Madden that came out this year? We're going to give it to 2K. Because they get to fight people. Best multiplayer? I'm giving it to Tekken. Best adaptation. Okay, so this is interesting. Because I have a hot take for you guys. And... if you guys didn't know, the Knuckles show was under a lot of heat when it first came out. I personally think it was a really, really freaking good show. I think that it did the human characters justice. I like the comedic aspects of it. And I like what they did with Knuckles in it. Like, I think they got it. When they said that it wasn't going to connect to any like the next movie, other than probably like a few loose things that we can kind of pick up on. I think Knuckles did the job it needed to, and it was way fun and entertaining. I got a lot of laughs with some friends at a watch party, and I think it's a good length. I don't think it drags on. I think the last episode does tip that bar a little bit, but I think it overall stuck the landing. And I actually enjoy my homie Knuckles. Although I did hear really good things about Fallout. Arcane is probably end up going to win because it won in 2022. Arcane is really good. I need to actually sit down and watch all of Arcane. Like a Dragon, I know some people say it was like very bad. I never really cared for it. I never actually like got into the Like a Dragon series, so I have no idea if it's good or not. I'm not the person to be asking about, but it's a Sega property, and I imagine it's probably good. Dude, Tomb Raider got oh, it's Netflix. Ooh, I have to see that. I have to see that. That looks really good. That's a really good art piece. I gotta go check that out soon. I'm giving it to Knuckles, chat. I'm gonna give it to our homie. Tougher than the rest of them. Most anticipated game, we got Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Ghost of Yotai? I think that's how you pronounce it. GTA 5, 6, I know Roman numerals, I'm a Final Fantasy fan. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, or Monster Hunter Wild. I'm giving it to Metroid. There we go, gave it to Metroid. Content Creator of the Year. I'm giving it to Polka because she's a VTuber. I'm also going to do another thing for this year. I'm also going to save that as well. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, come on game. Come on game. Okay, there we go. All right, next category. We are going to give this one to the best esports. I actually played Valorant for the first time this year. Really fun game. I actually have to give it. Valorant is pretty fun. Would I ever download it? Probably not. With this internet, I'll be more of a detriment than a actual like actual lead. I don't know any of these athletes. I'm gonna go Faker. I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. Best esports team. T1. I like T1. Just because it's short and sweet. And then there we go. That's my short, sweet, to the point cast of the main stuff of voting. Apparently they're going to have rounds this time. We're going to have rounds. Okay, notify me. Notify me, gamer. I think it's probably is. It just oh no, it just straight up is not doing anything. I'm not sure if that's going to just be spamming in my inbox or not, but yeah. So that was my voting, if you will, of what I think should win in each category. Like I said, I'm not going to be watching it this year for a couple of reasons. The biggest one being, I'm just not going to be available to like fully sit down and react to it. Second is that I just don't think the Game Awards this year is going to be exciting enough for me to warrant doing a full end of like the year live stream for it. So I'm not gonna bother with it, and by that point I will be done live streaming, done video creating for the year. So with that being said, I am going to kind of wrap up this video a little bit. What do you guys think should win Game of the Year? Am I the best content creator of 2024? Leave your opinions and thoughts down below. Like the video if you did, and subscribe to the Gaming Trouge on Trouge Stash for more awesome content. Alright everybody, that's it for today. This is the Gaming Trouge, signing out. Peace!